Imagine a samurai sworn to a lord, his life defined by service. Now, picture that lord dead, that purpose shattered. He is a wave without the ocean, a sword without a guiding hand, a Ronin, feared, pitied, sometimes revered. These masterless warriors walked a razor's edge between honor and disgrace, survival and oblivion. They are Japan's wandering swords, figures of tragedy, rebellion, and enduring legend. Teduent unsheathes the story of the Ronin, a warrior's path redefined by loss. Before we delve into their world, subscribe to Teduent for more epic tales of those who defy fate. Now, let's track the Ronin. In feudal Japan, a samurai's identity was tied to his daimyo, his feudal lord. Service meant loyalty, honor, and a stipend. But what happened when a lord died without an heir, was defeated in battle, or had his domain confiscated by the shogunate? His samurai were cast adrift. Unable to serve, sometimes forbidden to take a new master, they became Ronin. Stripped of their position and income, they faced a grim future in a society that valued rigid hierarchy above all. To be Ronin was often a mark of shame. Society viewed them with suspicion as men without purpose, potentially dangerous. Yet, for some, it meant a grim kind of freedom. Unbound by a lord's commands, they could choose their own path, for better or worse. Some sought new masters relentlessly. Others became teachers, mercenaries, or even criminals. The life of a Ronin was a constant struggle for survival and meaning. The end of the Sengoku Jidai, Warring States period, in the early 17th century, particularly after the Battle of Sekigahara and the Siege of Osaka, saw vast numbers of samurai become Ronin. Entire clans were dissolved, their warriors suddenly jobless. These battle-hardened veterans, knowing only war, were a volatile element in the newly established Tokugawa peace. Many gravitated towards cities like Edo, seeking work or trouble. Many Ronin desperately sought legitimate employment. Some offered their services as bodyguards, yojimbo, to wealthy merchants, a profession fraught with danger. Others, skilled in martial arts, opened dojos, teaching swordsmanship or other disciplines. A few found work as minor officials or administrators if they had the right connections or literary skills. But for most, positions were scarce. The stigma of being masterless was a heavy burden, and many lords were wary of hiring samurai with a history of failure or divided loyalties. Not all Ronin walked the path of righteousness. Desperation drove many to darker means. Some became mercenaries, selling their swords to anyone who would pay, regardless of the cause. Others joined bandit gangs, terrorizing travelers and villages. Ambitious schemers often recruited Ronin for assassinations or to stir up revolts. These were the Ronin of nightmare, fueling the popular fear and distrust of masterless samurai. Their skill with the blade made them formidable outlaws. Perhaps the most famous Ronin of all was Miyamoto Musashi, a peerless duelist who reportedly never lost. Musashi wandered Japan, honing his unique two-sword style. He was a philosopher, artist, and author of the Book of Five Rings. Musashi embodied the Ronin's potential for self-cultivation and individualism, carving his own legend, far from the constraints of traditional samurai service. His life was a testament to discipline and relentless self-improvement. The Shimabara Rebellion of 1637–38, a massive peasant uprising fueled by famine and religious persecution of Christians, saw many Ronin join the rebels. They provided crucial military leadership and fighting skill against the shogunate's forces. Though ultimately crushed with immense brutality, Shimabara highlighted the danger posed by large numbers of disaffected Ronin willing to challenge Tokugawa authority. No tale of Ronin is more famous than that of the 47. It begins in 1701, when Lord Asano Naganori of Akko, provoked by the arrogant shogunate official Kira Yoshinaka, drew his sword within Edo Castle, a capital offense. A Asano was forced to commit seppuku, his domain confiscated. His samurai, now Ronin, led by Oishi Kuranosuke, swore a secret oath to avenge their master, even knowing it meant their own deaths. For nearly 2 years, Oishi and his men dissembled. Oishi himself pretended to be a drunkard and gambler, lulling Kira's spies into complacency. They scattered, took menial jobs, all while meticulously planning their revenge. Then, on a snowy winter night in December 1702, 47 of them launched a perfectly coordinated attack on Kira's mansion in Edo. They fought their way through Kira's guards, displaying impeccable discipline and swordsmanship. After a fierce battle, they found Kira hiding. Oishi respectfully offered him the chance to commit seppuku, but Kira refused. They took his head, then marched through Edo to the Sengoku Jidai temple, where Lord Asano was buried. They washed Kira's head in a well and presented it at their master's grave, fulfilling their oath. Their duty done, they calmly awaited the shogunate's judgment. The Akko incident electrified Japan. The Ronin were hailed as heroes embodying true samurai loyalty, Bushido, but they had defied shogunate law by conducting a private vendetta. The shogun faced a dilemma: punish them as criminals or pardon them as paragons of virtue. Ultimately, the law prevailed, but with a concession to their honor. All surviving 46 were ordered to commit seppuku. While tales like Musashi and the 47 Ronin became legendary, the reality for most masterless samurai was far less glorious. Many faced poverty, starvation, and contempt. They were often forced into desperate acts simply to survive. The romantic image of the noble, wandering hero often masked a life of hardship, uncertainty, and the constant threat of violence with little reward or recognition. As the Tokugawa shogunate cemented its control and peace settled over Japan for more than 2 centuries, the number of Ronin gradually decreased. There were fewer wars to create them, and the shogunate became more adept at managing domain transfers. While some still existed, the era of large roaming bands of masterless warriors largely faded. The Ronin became more of a legend than an everyday reality. The figure of the Ronin continues to captivate. From Akira Kurosawa's iconic films like Yojimbo and Seven Samurai to countless manga, anime, and video games, the masterless warrior archetype endures. They represent rebellion, individualism, the skilled outsider fighting for justice or survival. Their stories explore themes of honor, purpose, and the struggle of the individual against a rigid system. The Ronin is a timeless symbol. Many sites in Japan commemorate the Ronin. Visit Sengoku Jidai Temple in Tokyo, the burial place of the 47 Ronin, or explore locations linked to Miyamoto Musashi. Teduent's tip: reflect on what true loyalty and purpose mean when standing at these historical touchstones. Did the Ronin create their own code, distinct from traditional Bushido, or was their path a corruption of it? What does the story of the 47 Ronin truly teach us about loyalty? Share your thoughts below and subscribe. You're always questioning the official narrative. The Ronin, blades without masters, teach us about resilience in the face of loss, the search for meaning when all is stripped away. They are a testament to the enduring human spirit, capable of great honor and terrible darkness when unbound by convention. Stay sharp and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most compelling figures. Until then, walk your own path.